everyone, Alex Ionescu here. Welcome to Investor's Guide to the Galaxy. California regulators suspend Cruise's driverless taxi service in San Francisco amid safety concerns. In this video, I will try to tell you the difference between Cruise and Tesla FSD. Although before we start, if you find this video helpful, it would mean a lot to me if you crash that like button and subscribe to my channel. It's totally free and takes just a split second. If you want to show more appreciation, consider subscribing to my Patreon. Now let's dive right into it. GM stock price last 3 months down 22%. Tesla on the other hand down 20%. Year to date GM stock is down 18%. Tesla on the other hand is up 90%.
There's a major development just crossing in the last hour or so in the battle over driverless cars in San Francisco. And of course, Deirdre Bosa has that story for today's edition of Tech Check. This was the holy grail for me. If they could get this down, I could go to bed in New York and wake up in Washington, D.C. in my own car, but it's not going to happen anytime soon in California.
Yeah, the companies will certainly tell you that there's major safety implications. This is, the next technological breakthrough, but we're still a ways from there. And today's major setback for Cruise. California's DMV has suspended Cruise's driverless taxis here in San Francisco, effective immediately. Now, the notice from the DMV says that the vehicles aren't safe for public operation and that Cruise has misrepresented information relating to safety. In a statement on X, formerly known as Twitter, Cruise says the DMV is investigating an incident involving a pedestrian that was caught under a vehicle. Cruise says that it shared information with several regulatory agencies and will continue to cooperate. But this is a huge blow to Cruise, which is owned by General Motors. The San Francisco streets, they are a key testing ground for driverless cars, but Cruise vehicles have been involved in a number of incidents that have turned public safety agencies like the fire department against them. It's also led to more calls from public officials to suspend the program. Now, Cruise is also trying to catch up with Google-owned Waymo in the space, the other leading player in the race to develop autonomous vehicle technology. Both are expanding to more cities, and this suspension from California's DMV, that could have implications for Cruise's pilot programs elsewhere, widening that gap with Waymo even further. Now, we've been working on a larger piece about this topic here in San Francisco with our digital team. And I recently, just a few weeks ago, rode in a driverless Cruise and Waymo robotaxis. Here is some footage from my Cruise ride. It didn't know what to do when another car was trying to back into a parking spot. So what you're seeing here is the driver got out of his car. He's very agitated. He spat on the vehicle, and then he kicked it. The steering wheel, as you can see here, it moved, but the car didn't go anywhere. And this was, I got to say, guys, an incredibly stressful situation that made me as the rider feel like this wasn't really ready for prime time. Of course, I'm just one rider, and this program has been in operation for a few months now. But by contrast, guys, I also rode in a self-driving Waymo robotaxi. It was a lot smoother and far less eventful, and that program is still on here in San Francisco.
Deirdre, what exactly is it going to take? California, Arizona are arguably kind of more at the forefront of this autonomous driver revolution. What is it going to take for these companies to demonstrate for regulators that these cars can actually be used in roadworthy situations?
I think put simply, it's going to take many, many more miles, right? That's the only way that this technology improves. That's what the autonomous vehicle companies will tell you, is that they need to be able to test on the streets without a safety driver in real life situations in order to improve. But there's drawbacks to that as well, right? Some of the public safety agencies like the fire department says that we don't really want you to use our streets as a testing ground, especially after all these incidents that have come up. I mean, you've had vehicles in the way of ambulances, of fire trucks, in the way of crime scenes. So the technology, at least some people say, is not there yet, not ready for prime time. And that's essentially what the DMV is saying now. But it's kind of a catch-22. If they can't test on the streets, they can't get better.
This incident is really bad for GM. But they suspended the service just in California. Cruise also has operations in Austin, Dallas, Houston, Phoenix, and the service is still available in those cities. Interesting to know how Tesla FSD would have handled this situation. But it's safe to say that a driver in the Tesla driver's seat would have made the situation very different from the Cruise situation. Tesla FSD software is designed to assist drivers with driving tasks such as steering, braking, and acceleration. Currently, Tesla FSD requires active driver supervision and does not make the vehicle autonomous. If that incident happened to Tesla FSD, the driver would be able to intervene before or after the incident. That's a big difference. Tesla FSD, it's already like a human brain. The software uses cameras and neural networks to detect objects around the vehicle and make decisions based on that information. Recently, Elon Musk said Tesla AI is like a baby AGI, artificial general intelligence. So it already has intelligence. On the other hand, Cruise self-driving software does not. It's just using maps to guide itself in the city. So yeah, it's not okay for GM Cruise to not use drivers for safety. It was a bad decision. Hopefully they will add a driver to their cars after this incident. I'd like to know your opinion on all of this. Please leave a comment below. If you like this video, please smash that like button so that other people like you see this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you that watch my videos. See you next time.